All right, so it is late at night. I worked all day working on the John Wayne truck. You guys will see that later. I've got to finish up this silver Dodge because tomorrow I've got to assemble it. The scene's got to get finished so that we can get back to fun projects. So, trying to selfie this myself tonight. It's just me. Got the Canon camera so we can try to get some cool shots. What I want to do is I've got to blend this door right here. So I've got my repair, and I repaired down here on the rocker. I bolted up the door that I already put base coat on, and I bolted up the fender. Now the reason for that is so that the color is perfect. I'm gonna blend it all out. I'm gonna orientate all the metallics, and I'm gonna make sure it's correct, because as of right now, it's a little bit off. Colors come in lots of different shades. If I would have painted this and put it on, it would have looked different. But now I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna get that color perfect. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like here in a little bit. All right, so I've got the first coat of base down, and I've blended it out. I'm gonna let this flash off for about 8 minutes, then I'm gonna come back in, I'm gonna do a second coat, let that flash off for 8 minutes, then I'm gonna come in and do an orientation coat. What that means is I'm gonna orientate all the metallics so that they're orientated correctly and they look right on the panels. Silvers are kind of hard. That's why I bolted the door and the fender up. When I showed it to you guys, it looks a little wet. That's because it's got solvents that are going to evaporate out of the panel. And on silvers, I use a really slow solvent. That way, the metallics will, I call it dancing. They'll stand up where they need to be, and the color will look good. So, still got 2 more coats. I had some help show up, so now I gotta be filled. I just put down my second coat. That's what you guys just watched. I'm gonna let it sit for another 8 minutes, then I'm gonna come in with a sun gun, and I'm gonna show you guys to make sure that all my primer's covered. Take my sun gun, shut the lights off, make sure that my primer spots are not transparent. If they are, we'll put a little bit more base coat, make sure there's no blotch in it, and then my buddy Camilo's coming. We're gonna pull the door and fender off, and we're gonna clear everything. Yeah, it's called a sun gun. We're gonna use it to check the paint. See that? Look at that right there. That is why we sun gun things. Everything else looks really good. Got a little bit of blotch in that door we gotta fix. I'm gonna metallic control that front door, and I'm gonna fix this area back here. So I'm gonna show you with the lights on. All right, so this is why it's so critical to check your work. Look right now, you don't see it. I'm gonna show you what we do to fix it. Flow tack and static. All I'm gonna do is a metallic orientation coat on the front door. I'm not fully painting it. Back here, I'm gonna cover it. Basically just dancing with it. Going fast, and I'm going farther away. Well, what that did is that orientates my metallics in that front door. Now all I'm gonna do is fix back here. That may seem like a lot of passes. That's because it is. Now we wait another 8 minutes because I just put fresh base coat down. I'll shut the lights off real quick and I'll just double check, make sure we're good. Then we'll let it flash. All right, that's covered. See a little bit more, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray with my light. Woo! All right, we're gonna let this sit. All right, so Camilo came, we got the door pulled off and the fender, we got them on stands. I've got the clear mixed up, I've got it all blow tack and static. I'm gonna apply the clear, make it glossy, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like as soon as I'm done with 2 different coats. So I'm gonna be putting 1 coat down, waiting 12 minutes, putting a 2nd coat down. I wait a lot longer with Speed Hecker, and that's what I'm shooting tonight because it's a more solids clear. So I want all the solvents to evaporate out before I top coat it with a 2nd coat. Still got a few more things to do, then I'm headed home for the night. So I'll show you guys what it looks like real quick, and then I'm gonna clear it. All right, so I've got it all cleared. I put 2 coats of 8096. This is a super high solids clear. It's super glossy. It's gonna look great outside. Every single vehicle on the road has factory texture, so you've gotta try to match that. So yes, this has a little bit of texture, but it's what it needs to look factory so that you can't tell that it's been repainted. I got one little sag that I'll have to polish out. No big deal. Super late. It is 10:31 p.m. So I'm headed home so I can get back here tomorrow in the morning and get this thing put together. So it is tomorrow. So me and Hillbilly got bit by the allergy bug. So if we sound weird, that's why.
Sick bug.
Yeah. We're gonna be putting this truck together today. So we're outside the paint shop. We're gonna use our lift king. We're gonna get the bed put on. We're gonna put our door on. And then we're gonna take this around to the mechanic shop and finish assembling this truck. We don't wanna take the bed all the way around the shop and the door all the way around the shop and the truck all the way around. We wanna do one trip. That's with the truck. So we're gonna hurry and bolt these parts up, lift it, slam it, do the things, and then we're headed over to the mechanic shop to finish this truck up. The paint work from last night turned out very good. So I got a new lower door molding, smack it on real quick. Then I'm gonna do the weather strip that goes around it. Then I'll go find the front edge molding, put that on, and then we'll hang the door. We have really, really good news. This is the last collision video that we're gonna do for a long time. We've finally gotten through our little backlog where me and Hillbilly can get back to doing fun stuff. Just wait for the things we have coming next. Not gonna wanna miss them. We're gonna build something really, really cool. And we're gonna paint something really, really cool. We're just not gonna do collision work because nobody likes to watch it.
Well, the thing we're painting, don't we need to do any kind of collision work on it?
Yeah, but that thing's cool.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna take it on a little trek after it. That'll be fun. Want it? Whoa. We almost forgot that we had a hood. So you may not remember, but when we took this apart, broke some clips, but luckily we have new clips. We're very weird about clips. They have to be original, and they gotta be symmetrical. They got brand new clips under the whole thing. In theory, and my theory was correct, we put the bolts right back where they were. The hood lined up. It's the weirdest thing. Hood is done. Good job to us. I was wondering how we were gonna line this up. It's got shouldered heads on the studs. Easy aligning. All right, so we've got the truck all pulled in. Hillbilly's gonna be working on the bed while I'm setting out all the parts around the front of the truck. And we're gonna hurry and hang the tailgate, get that all buttoned up, and then I'll use this stand for other stuff that I need up front. And that is how you install a bed rail top cap. Hillbilly's gonna finish this up. I'm gonna go work on the front now. Got the tailgate on.
Getting the bed all bolted down. So it's one less thing we have to do. Jack up the back and push over this way. We have room on the other side.
As you can see, it looks like I'm a cluster, but this is all by design. Okay, I've got every single thing laid out where it goes. All the new parts, the old parts, the good parts, the bad parts. Now I can visually see where everything's at. I got all my bolts, my pieces, and I'm gonna start assembling. I'm gonna put this run channel in temporarily because I've got a blackout tape that needs to go on the door. I'll get this started, and then I will shut the doors and show you guys the application process. Look, I got a crescent wrench to put in my pocket, and I was able to use it on my pliers. Hey, look, perfect. Yeah, are you even a real man if you don't carry a crescent wrench in your pocket? Okay, I'll be honest. I'll tell you who I first saw have a crescent wrench in their pocket. It was Paul Cox. And so then at that point, I had no choice but to get a crescent wrench to put in my pocket. And then I found out that he had a crescent wrench in his pocket. Let's see it. Hey, where'd you get that?
Snap on.
And this wire goes all the way up and down and around and through the woods to the door handle so that it goes under and around the window. Now, this would be a very, very bad thing to forget to plug in because you would have to disassemble the entire door if you forgot that one little plug. Now, one thing I did off camera is I had to insert these nut zerts. These are hexagon style nut zerts. This door is designed for a 1/2 ton and a 3/4 ton. But with the 3/4 ton, there's a mirror support bracket that a 1/2 ton doesn't have because it doesn't have a heavy duty mirror. So you gotta put 3 of those in to bolt your mirror bracket on. That's what I did.
So I have to roll the window up to put these 3 screws in that hold the handle, but I don't know if I can with the master panel switch disconnected. Turn the key on. See if this works without the master panel switch. Hey, it's not working.
Weird.
How close is your master panel switch we've been putting on?
10 minutes.
I'm trying to put this together.
You doing body work?
Well, kinda.
Robby, are you teaching her? I'm not teaching her, I'm mad at her. I'm mad at her, so she's trying to redeem herself by doing amazing body work.
He's mad because he has to go to Target.
I have to go to Target to get my baby girl a dress because she's graduating from preschool. But I'm still mad that I have to leave work to do it.
Yeah, badly. Because she is graduating from preschool.
So Demery is trying to help you get done faster?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Power of manipulation. Wow. So I put the fender back there because if she's going to be helping us, we don't want her working on the ground. We treat our employees with dignity.
I'm the boss.
She said that with so much confidence. One nice thing about Daimler Chrysler is they made these windows the easiest windows in the world to install. So I got it in the tracks. Now watch this. It's installed. Did you hear that? Snap right into place. To check that, we're gonna hook our window switch up. We'll roll it up. We're gonna roll it down.
Oh, hey, I can roll my window up now.
Yeah, because the master switch is plugged in. What happened?
You hit the lock button.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Did you break it?
Well,
You broke it, didn't you?
looks like we have to order another part.
On Chryslers, if you disconnect the master switch, none of the windows work. This needs to come off. You got to grab the wonder pliers, pop all these clips, take that bolt out on both sides, pop these clips all the way across, take the lower valence off, and we can disconnect the bracket.
One thing at a time. I got this.
Why don't you start with
These need
the
to come out.
clips? Grab the wonder pliers. This is how you take these clips out. You start prying, you whittle under it, you pop it up, pull the center, and you pull that.
What happens if you break it?
You don't break it because I only bought enough to replace the broken ones.
I'm taking these clips out and I am not breaking them.
Just use the leverage right here. We're gonna pop it out just like that. Did you see that? You're doing so wonderful. So this is a brand new blackout tape. I'll install the front and then I will install the back one so that it matches and lines up perfect. Okay, this one will be a little bit easier because I can just line it up directly. Perfect. Now, I've got to peel it off of that. Pull this out. So I like to install these with no spray lubrication. I've done so many of them that I know how to do it. I don't use spray to assist on the installation. There's a lot of people that use a solution that you can spray on it and it makes it to where you have time to move it and put it where you want it and then squeegee it and then it adheres. But I don't like to do that. I like to do it the dangerous way where you can mess it up super easy. Voila! Look at that. Perfect blackout tapes. Expertly installed. In order to finish my mirror, I'll put my belt molding on. This is called a belt molding. It's your belt line and it's a molding on your belt line.
Hillbilly's taking over my bumper job.
All right, so Hillbilly went to help Demery and ended up taking her job. So he's putting the bumper together, so I'm gonna finish up his job. We've got a broken mirror here. So we've got a new one in the box. I had it out once. I'm gonna pull it out again.
Don't lose it.
I won't. And then clip it. All right, so these door panels are super simple. Just kind of line them up. Push them into place, make sure everything locks in. Got a door handle, bezel. It's got a wire there, we gotta find that. Oh, there it is. Almost lost it. Make sure your wire comes through. We've got this little wire that's gotta be plugged in here. It's a little LED light for when you open it. So that's super necessary. Got one big screw. This is literally the only actual screw that holds this door panel in. The rest are just plastic push-in screws. This hides your screw. It's like it isn't even there. There's 4 of these. All right, the last piece of this door. Double check your door. Opens and closes. Now we'll move on to the front. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the back forward. And I'm going to adjust to the door, then I'm going to adjust to the hood, then I'm going to adjust to the light. It's just how I do it. It's how my brain works. So I've got the fender lined up to the door. I'm going to get the fender and hood lined up now. Just going to make sure that everything lines up.
Even gap.
Look at that. How's that? First time's the charm. Walk that gap in. I'll tighten that down. Everything's looking good. It lines up. Fits nice. No cap. It's all done. So now I've got the windshield molding on. It's holding the fender molding down. I'm gonna tighten up the fender down here to the bracket, get the headlight set, splash shield in, boom, boom, bada bang, bumper. This is the super important part that a lot of people forget to put in. This is what keeps all the dust out of your car. Right up in here. All right, so I've got the headlight all mounted and tightened up. Before we get too carried away, we're gonna make sure the lights work. Turn them on.
Whoa.
Okay, blinkers. Perfect. Got it. So simple stuff like that will save you the headache of having to pull the entire vehicle apart. Just check it as you're doing it. Now, you have that bumper ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it all together by myself.
Oh, good job, sweetheart. All right, so we've got the fender on, the fender flare, headlights in. Now we're gonna do the bumper. Get that put up on here, get the grill, the upper top pad, and this truck structurally will be back together. We still have a few more things we're gonna do in the morning, but we have to leave at 5 because I have to go to Target with my daughter. We're gonna hurry and throw that on, see how far we can get, and then finish it up in the morning.
In 5 minutes.
Wow, you did such a good job, sweetheart.
Thanks.
Good job. Okay, hold your side.
Ow, my pinky! I'm still trying to
Move your pinky.
a bolt.
Yeah.
And stick your finger in your ears on so I was getting your fingers caught.
I moved them out of the way. Hillbilly, Mr. Dramatic.
Stick your finger in there and tell me I'm Mr. Dramatic. It did not feel good.
Quality controls here.
Huh?
I said quality controls here.
Hey!
Thank you.
Where's mine, butthead? Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, boom! And that's what you call an out of control child. All right, we've got the grill all tightened up. I'm gonna hurry and get this removing. Right now, all we need to do is a couple of decals, a little bit of polishing, and take it to the dealer. We're gonna do that in the morning. Got it pretty much finished. As far as we can get it tonight, it is tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. So I got the last piece of the Dodge truck. It's the front edge molding of the driver's door, and it's a pain in the butt to put on, but I'm gonna get it put on. So, Hillbilly's leaving us again. He's off to get more dental work. What are they doing today?
Pulling a tooth and putting a post in right in front of the tooth of pull.
Things are happening. We're getting that smile built. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna be worth it. How do you like the dentist so far? What is this, like the 4th dentist appointment?
My mouth feels like a pincushion.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll show you guys him at the dentist here in a minute. He probably won't be back to work today because this is gonna be a pretty painful procedure, I think.
The tooth itself can pull, it's painful.
Yeah, and then they're gonna put
Now I
a
have to cut
post.
the gums, drill a hole into the jaw, put a post, sew it back up.
Luckily, his wife's gonna go there and she's gonna update us. But I've got about 4 more things to do on this truck. I'm gonna put this molding on. I've got the roof molding and 2 emblems. And then we're gonna get this thing up to the Dodge dealer, get it programmed, calibrated, all that fun stuff, and then we're delivering it to the customer. Once we get it done here, you guys won't see it again. But you're gonna be able to see the reveal over on the customer's YouTube channel. So I'll let you guys know where that's at. We'll have a link in the description when we're done. Bye.
Bye.
It's been great having you here for 5 minutes.
I've been here since I picked you up.
Oh yeah, he did. He's our new bus driver in the morning.
Maybe I should just bring the limo and I could be a chauffeur.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, we'll see you later. We're gonna do something today that he doesn't know about. We're gonna go steal a vehicle from his house. But you guys don't get to see that on this episode. You're gonna have to watch the next one.
Got the numbing shots, just waiting for my mouth to get fully numb, and then get my gum cut open to get a post put in, and then a tooth pulled out.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. The hole's already drilled, started to be drilled. Now he's just making sure everything's where it needs to be. So, the tooth pulled.
You have to shove this in. It's so much easier to put in when there's no fender. They're so difficult. So I went to put the roof molding on, and I realized that the adhesive hasn't been cleaned yet. So I'm using this, our most favorite stuff called acrylosol or acrysolvent. We call it acrylosol, to get all the adhesive removed. And then I'm gonna put my double-sided tape down and this roof molding will be done. I'm acting like I'm really in tune with this. All right, and so it begins. You want to make sure you put this in correct. So this molding finishes off the roof to your uniside. It makes it beautiful and watertight, I think. Sounds about right. So I use a sewing tape measure. We'll measure up from the body line, 8.5 inches up and 1 inch back. We'll use tape and then we'll set it on. This is a trick that I don't show anybody because it's top secret. It's a trick I learned back in the olden days. Okay, so I've gone 8.5 inches from the body line. That's what the other door called for. Now I'll tape it out. I use tape for everything. Okay, now we're gonna come in 1 inch. So there is where our emblem goes. Now I gotta find the emblem because I put it somewhere. Now I already checked this in, so I know that it's correct. But before you go and stick it on the truck, make sure it's right. I would call that correct. Let's go slam dinger this on. Okay, it's gonna go right there. Slam it home. I've had emblems show up that were all crooked before. I want to tell you a fun little fact. My run got covered. You couldn't even find it. The run was right here. Sorry, Dustin. Underneath this flare, there's a baby run that did not get polished. Gotta love it. But it's gone. Like it never happened. Got one more emblem. I'm gonna put that emblem on and then I'm gonna recap this whole job with you guys. I'm gonna go over cost and what something like this might run you if you get into an accident similar to this one. This is an insurance job. This person got hit while going to attend Matt's Off-Road Recovery Heavy Wrecker Games. Not Olympics. Hashtag not Olympics.
And I believe this entire job cost about 24,000 bucks. We're gonna start at the front of the vehicle and I'm gonna explain to you what we changed. We changed the grille, the left headlight, the light bezel, the fender, the flare, the emblems. We changed the entire door, the weather strip, this entire mirror. It was about $1,400 just for the mirror itself. We changed the front axle. That was about $3,500 just for the axle. We changed the tire. Oh, we've got the wheel in the back. We're gonna put a new tire. We fixed the rocker, fixed the back door, fixed the cab corner. We fixed the bedside. We fixed the flare, and we put the new chip guard on. So all of this with paint, everything combined, is roughly right around $24,000. So it's a good thing that this truck had insurance because you would not want to pay that out of pocket. So now that we've got the truck completely finished up, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get this thing loaded up on the tow truck and take it straight to the Dodge dealer so that we can get everything reprogrammed and get the front axle aligned.
All right, so Hillbilly just made it back from the dentist. He ended up getting a tooth pulled in the back, found out that he needed a bone graft. He doesn't want to get the bone graft because it's 4 to 6 months worth of recovery just to put a post in, and it's his back tooth, so it's not gonna affect his smile. So he's opted out of doing that, but he's in a ton of pain. So we're gonna send him home for the rest of the day. And as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.